my name is General. If you are new here, if today happens to be your first time watching me on this particular channel, please hit on the subscribe button for us. I'll beg you to kindly subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment under the comment section for us. You can also do us a favor by sharing this video for it to reach a wider audience. And most importantly, you put us on post notification by clicking on the notification icon or bell you see right there. And so this video, I'm going to talk about one of the greatest African players we've had in recent years. One of the greatest African players who have done so much in European football. I'm talking about the English Premier League. One of the players from Africa, on the continent of Africa, who have done so much or who have achieved so much in the English Premier League. I'm talking about no other player than Mohammed Salah, the Egyptian king. And so I'll talk about Salah because a few days ago in a sorrowful video, Salah announced that he is going to leave Liverpool at the end of this season. And so we will talk about Mohammed Salah, some of his achievements, some of the records that he came to meet in the Premier League, the ones that he has been able to break, and the new ones that he set for himself. I'll talk about Mohammed Salah in this particular video. We are all aware that the World Cup is starting June this year, and because of that, FIFA and the other football governing bodies have set up or have brought about new rules and regulations that are going to be implemented in this year's World Cup. And so if you are a football lover or you are a football fan and you are not aware, I'm going to explain all of those rules for you to know how things are going to be in this year's World Cup. And the third thing that I want to talk about is that I'll talk about Coventry, Coventry, a team in the English Championship who is doing so well by a manager called Frank Lampard, because they are on the verge of qualifying to the Premier League next season. And so I'll talk about all these issues and some other matters as well. As we all know, the international break is on. There are matches going on for our national teams, friendly games, and then the World Cup playoffs are also happening. And so club football is going to resume on 4th of April for the some leagues, and then the Premier League will resume on 11th of April. And so I'm here to give you guys all the updates. Without wasting much time, let's get started. Now, starting off with the issue of Mohammed Salah, who announced a few days ago that he's going to leave Liverpool at the end of the season after spending about 9 years at Anfield. The time has finally come for Salah to hang his boots from Liverpool and go find a new club. Talking about Mohamed Salah, first of all, Salah has played for so many clubs in Europe. He has played for FC Basel in Switzerland before. He's played for Fiorentina in the Italian Serie A. He joined Chelsea somewhere in 2015. He went on loans to several clubs. He went back to the Serie A to play for AS Roma somewhere in 2015 as well, before coming back into the Premier League to come and play for Liverpool in 2017. So Salah officially joined Liverpool in 2017 for a transfer fee of around $45 million. That was the transfer fee that was involved in his move from AS Roma in Italy to come and play for Liverpool in 2017. And ever since he joined Liverpool, he has been glory for the Egyptian king. Wow, Mohamed Salah, he has played so far so good. As I speak to you now, we all know that the EPL has about 7 or 8 games left for the league to end. And so he has about 9 games to play for Liverpool before he leaves Liverpool. But as I speak to you now, he had played 435 matches for Liverpool within the span of 9 years that he's been at the club. 435 games. He has scored 255 goals and provided 122 assists. That's an incredible achievement for a player like Mohamed Salah. Yes, 435 games, scoring 255 goals and providing 122 assists is no joke at all. This is not an easy thing to do, especially if you are playing in the Premier League, one of the best or arguably the best league in the world. This is not an easy thing for any player to achieve, because we've seen better players or players who are more talented than Salah play in the Premier League, but they couldn't have this kind of achievement that Mohammed Salah has gotten ever since he played in the EPL. And if you look at his trophy cabinet, the trophies that he's won at Liverpool. He's won one Champions League with the club. He's won two Premier League titles. He's won one UEFA Super Cup. He's won one FIFA Club World Cup, one FA Cup, three EFL Cups, and one English Super Cup. He's a Liverpool legend, undoubtedly. Salah is a Liverpool legend and an African legend in the Premier League. And so if you are talking about African players who have done so much in the Premier League, you cannot mention names and leave Mohamed Salah out. You can talk about the likes of Didier Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, a whole lot of players, a whole lot of African players, JJ Okocha. You cannot mention all these names and leave Mohamed Salah out because he's done an incredible job for Liverpool and for himself as a personal player as well. Now, Mohamed Salah is actually part of the top four Premier League all-time top scorers. Top four Premier League all-time top scorers are. Mohamed Salah is within the top four. So it is not a joke. Salah is truly the Egyptian king. He's a Liverpool legend. Now, over the Premier League now, since it didn't start and I'm changing the bed down in Premier League now. I'm talking about since the name was changed from the Barclays something to the English Premier League in 1992. In 1992. So between 1992 and then 2026, that's what I'm talking about. Salah is part of the Premier League all-time top scorers. Now, let me start from the bottom. So on the 10th position, we have Jermaine Defoe, who scored 162 goals between 2001 and 2022. So he left the Premier League in 2022. Between 2001 and 2022, so between a span of 21 years, Defoe scored 162 goals. Robbie Fowler, who was also a former Liverpool player, also between 1993 and then 2009. So I think about 15 years, he also scored 163 goals in the Premier League. Thierry Henry, the former Arsenal player, he also scored 175 goals between the period of 1999 and 2012. He scored 175 goals. You can see the picture here. And then Frank James Lampard, he played for both Manchester City and Chelsea. He scored 177 goals between 1995 and 2015. So Frank Lampard is the 7th Premier League all-time top scorer. Sergio Aguero comes on number 6 or on a 6th position with 184 goals between 2011 and 2021. So between 10 years, Aguero scored 184 goals for Manchester City. Andy Cole, yes, Andy Cole also comes on number 5, scoring 187 goals between 1992 and then 2008. Mohamed Salah is the 4th Premier League all-time top scorer. He is the 4th Premier League all-time top scorer, coming on number 4th position with 191 goals plus. 191 goals plus between 2014 and now. So for let's say 12 years down the lane, Salah has scored 191 goals plus, and he has about 8 matches to play. So definitely he's going to add some of the goals to it. And so his position is, it is sealed. In the 4th place, one of the or better watch a Salah better watch a papa because where players are sitting now, none of them is still playing active football. From number 5 to number 10, they have all retired from football. Between the 3rd person has also retired, the 1st person has also retired. So the only active players is only Mohamed Salah and then Harry Kane. Harry Kane is no more playing in the Premier League at the moment. And so Mohamed Salah, 4 day, or better watch a papa. Meaning say yeah, Kopama money to midfield there, but Salah will be there for a long time. Number 3 is Wayne Rooney, who scored 208 goals between 2002 and 2018. Harry Kane comes on second position after he spent so many years at Tottenham Hotspur. Harry Kane scored 213 goals between 2013 and 2023. And then the Premier League all-time top scorer is Alan Shearer, who played for Newcastle for so many years. He scored 260 goals between 1992 and then 2006. And so this tells you that Mohammed Salah is not just any player. He is one of the greatest African players to have graced the Premier League and then European football as well. Now, before Salah joined the Premier League, these were some of the records that were held by different players in the league. These were some of the records, and all these records, most of them have been broken by Mohamed Salah. If let me mention a few of them because it also now we have most Premier League goals by an African player. That record was being held by Didier Drogba. He scored 99 goals as an African in the Premier League. Salah has broken that record. Most Premier League assists by an African player. And also now it was held by Drogba, 54 assists. Salah has broken that record. Most Premier League goals by a winger. That record was being held by Ryan Giggs, who is from England, 108 goals. Like all these records, so before and after, all these records have been broken by Mohamed Salah. And now Salah has scored 189 goals as an African in the Premier League, surpassing Drogba's 99 goals. And then the Premier League assists, he has provided 89 assists, surpassing Drogba's 54 assists in the Premier League. Most goals by a winger, he has scored 190 goals, surpassing Ryan Giggs' goals. And so Salah has done so much in the Premier League. If I say I will be talking about Salah, I'm not going to finish. And so we are all going to give it up for Salah. So Liverpool is going to organize a farewell for Salah. I'm sure it will be at the end of the season when he plays his final game for Liverpool at Anfield. That is where they are going to do the farewell properly for Mohamed Salah. And so hat out to Mohamed Salah for all the incredible achievement that he's had so far in his football career, especially in the Premier League and the other leagues that he's played in. So I think that from here, maybe it's either he will go to Saudi Arabia or he will find a different club elsewhere aside the English Premier League. Now, let me go straight into the World Cup, which will be starting in June this year. And so these are some of the rules that FIFA, Asisano, and as I'm introducing new rules going into this year's World Cup, because I think that these rules are going to help to make the game more exciting to watch, because some of these players or some of the footballers, the kind of things that they do on a pitch, to me, they are not good. They don't make the game, exciting. Now, number one, let me read. A player being subbed or subbed off has a maximum of 10 seconds to leave the pitch. So if you are a player, you are playing, and then your team takes you off, you have maximum of 10 seconds to leave the pitch. 10 seconds. If you don't leave the pitch within that 10 seconds, I'm sure there's going to be a punishment. So let me continue. If he takes longer than 10 seconds, his replacement must wait 1 minute to come on, which would leave his team with 10 men for a minute. So if your team, if your coach takes you out and you spend more than 10 seconds on the pitch, your colleague who is coming on for you will have to wait for 1 minute before he'll be allowed to come on. Anyway, the Vinicius Junior more waste time there. Brazil for one waste time. Then the second rule, a 5-second timer will be applied to throw-ins and goal kicks. Exceeding this time would give the opponents possession. So if you have a throw, if you are team A and you have a throw, your player is going to throw the ball, and the player spends more than 5 seconds before he or she throws the ball, they are going to give the possession to your opponent. In a sofa ball now, we more than 5 seconds and sign about you budget the ball right the amount other opponent for them to have possession of the ball. Same thing applies to goal kicks. If you're a goalkeeper or if you're a player, you are going to play a goal kick. Now delay more than 5 seconds. You budget ball in the arm of opponent for them to have control of the ball. Rule number 3, a player who received medical attention on the field must leave and wait 1 minute before returning unless the injury was caused by a foul sanctioned with a red card. That one is self-explanatory. Number 4, VAR will review incorrectly awarded corner kicks. So we've seen it on several occasions that there will be an incident where we, the ones watching the football outside, or we, the ones on a stadium watching the ball, we could see that this ball is a corner kick, but the referee, because he didn't see it, he will say, oh, it is a goal kick. Sometimes too, the ball might be a goal kick, but the referee or the linesman will whistle for a corner kick. Those incidents are going to be checked by the video assistant referee. The VAR will check for corner kicks as well. So if the ball is not a corner kick and the referee has whistled for a corner kick, they are going to review it. Say, vice versa. And the last one, only the captains can approach the referee to request explanations. Other players may be sanctioned with a yellow card if they surround the referee. So if the match is ongoing and then maybe there's an incident where the team feels cheated, it is only the captain who can go to the referee to go and ask for explanations, or to go and ask the referee to maybe reconsider his decision or something. If you are not a captain and you go closer to the referee, you are going to receive a yellow card. That is a new rule that FIFA is bringing on board to this year's World Cup. Ebe de papa, ebe de pa. All these rules are going to help to make the game fair and then exciting. We don't want a situation whereby teams will be cheated, others will get a chance to go through. No, it should be free and fair. If all these things are going to be applied, and I'm sure we are going to have a successful tournament. And after that, all these rules are going to be applied to other football games, Premier League matches, La Liga, Champions League, Euros, all other tournaments. They are going to apply all these rules there as well. Now, my final story will be on Frank James Lampard. Frank Lampard was an incredible player during his playing days. Lampard was one of the greatest midfielders we've ever seen on a pitch, because he had so much talent on the field that, yes, Lampard was one of the greatest. He played for Chelsea, played for Manchester City. He is one of the best players the Premier League has ever had as a midfielder. Now, after his playing days, he went straight into coaching, where he even came to coach Chelsea some years ago. Though things didn't go well for him at Chelsea, he has tried other clubs, things hasn't worked out. But ever since he went to coach Coventry, right, he has done an incredible job at Coventry that Lampard needs to be talked about. Because if you look at the kind of job that Lampard has done, right, at Coventry, it is no joke. Now, if you go to the championship, Coventry is leading the table with, I think, 8 to 9 points or so. They have just about 7 games to play. After the 7 games, they are going to qualify into the Premier League, of which I believe they are going to come. Lampard is bringing Coventry back into the Premier League after 25 years. So the last time that they played in the Premier League was in 2001. That was the last time Coventry played in the Premier League. 25 years now, they haven't been able to secure promotion back into the Premier League. So, Coventry's first title, the first time they won a title, was in 1967. So about 50 something years now, they haven't won any title. They are going to win a championship title this year in 2026. And it is being led by who? Frank James Lampard. Frank James Lampard. He's the leader of this Coventry team. He's on the verge of making history with this Coventry team, and it is going to be his first trophy as a manager. And if you look at the kind of football that Coventry is playing, right, they will be playing in games where you could see that this game they are losing, they will end up drawing the game. You can see that this game they are drawing the game, they end up winning. And so things are working like they are on a smooth level for Frank James Lampard and the Coventry team. They've scored 81 goals in 39 games already. They've scored 81 goals in 39 matches already in the championship. Lampard is him. He's doing the most for this Coventry team that we need to talk about Frank James Lampard. He's done an incredible job for this Coventry team. And so we are all keeping our fingers crossed to wait for Frank Lampard's return into the Premier League and see how he's going to do in the Premier League when he finally qualifies Coventry back into the Premier League after 25 years of missing in action. So these are some of the issues that I decided to bring to you guys. And for the Black Stars, we will not talk about them because friendly game, Austria gave them 5 goals to 1. Atizigi, Lawrence Atizigi, Ayesabwanamba goal 5-1 in our first friendly game against Austria. On 30th of this month, they are going to play against Germany. That one, they will drink like 7 or 8. They will drink like 7 goals in their game against Germany. The Black Stars team is not, and the coach too is technically bankrupt. Let us be real. Let's be real here. Otto Addo is not this matter. If you talk this matter, then we'll say, oh, coach and seminar. Otto Addo is not fit for this Black Stars job. He's not. He's not fit. We need a good we need a good coach to come and coach this Black Stars team. Otto Addo, and I'm going to fans to go and support the Black Stars. A team that you watching me and we are all aware that the Black Stars cannot, I'm not sure they can make it out of the group stage. We are talking about football. Don't add emotions to it. We are talking about football. We are in the same group with the likes of England, Croatia, and Panama. England is not a small team. Croatia is not a small team. Panama, we will say maybe statistically this is their first time playing at the World Cup, and so maybe. But aside them, Croatia and England, Ghana cannot. We are all here. We are all here to witness what is going to happen from June. Black Stars, this team, and I'm going to raise fans for them to go and waste this money. They are going to waste all this amount of money. They are going to take supporters to the US to go and waste taxpayers' money. Just like that. So I'll end the video here. We will come back again with different stories and different varieties of issues happening in the world of football. My name is General. Please subscribe to this channel and leave us a comment. I'm out.